Hi, I am Dr. Felice Gersh, your integrative OBGYN physician, doing this Instagram live from beautiful Cancun, Mexico. Now, those of you who know me know that I always seek a work-life balance. So I came here to Cancun to lecture at a wonderful integrative medical conference and stayed on for a few more days to soak in some sun, some sea, to see the sights, which I have been doing and having a fabulous time. So, what better excuse can I possibly have to talk about the health benefits of the sun? Now, I love the sun. I know everyone does, and yet the healthcare conventional world has been maligning the sun for so long, saying, stay out of the sun, cover up, never get the sun to touch your skin or to see the light of your eyes. So the bottom line is, of course, everything is about quantity. It's not just about avoidance. So we want to get sun, and I'm going to tell you why in a few moments. Too much sun, of course, can increase your risk of skin cancer. We don't want that. So please avoid burns. We want to limit the sun exposure to the amount that it takes just to turn your skin, if you're light-skinned, in the neighborhood like mine, about a light pink color. Don't overdo it. So depending on the rays of the light, the time of day, the season of the year, usually somewhere between 15 to at most 30 minutes at a time to have direct sunlight, and not with your sunglasses on. Now, I've been out and about. It's the end of the day. I'm going to go to dinner after this. I've had tons of sun today. So now I'm wearing my sunglasses. And if I were out and about walking, I'm in the shade here, I would be wearing a nice big brimmed hat. So let's talk about some of the real issues that happen when you get sunlight, real health benefits. Number one, improved mood and lower stress. Now, how can sunlight do that? Well, it turns out that there are actually receptors in the eye to sunlight that travel, creating a signal to special neurons in the brain called serotonin neurons that make that amazing neurotransmitter called serotonin, also known as the happy, elevating mood neurotransmitter. Yes, serotonin is what we try to raise by giving antidepressants. Well, guess what? The sunlight is the most effective natural antidepressant there is. Of course, exercise as well and other things, but I'm telling you, sunlight is up there at the top. There was a study done on stroke victims, and most stroke victims become very depressed. Well, in just 2 weeks of 30 minutes of sunlight a day, there was significant improvement in the mood of these stroke patients. That's just one study. So remember this, sunlight makes you feel happier, reduces stress, improves your mood. Number two, supports your immune system. Now, it does this through more than just one mechanism. It turns out that sunlight, and I know all of you know this, works on the skin to do what? To help make antioxidants, not just vitamin D, though vitamin D is, of course, a very critical hormone that is actually made from a prohormone. Some people consider vitamin D more like a hormone than a vitamin. So that's why I threw out the word hormone, because it works in a myriad of ways more like a hormone. So we have to make it, or else we have to swallow it. It turns out that the skin isn't just key to making vitamin D, as I mentioned, but a whole grouping of antioxidants that improve immune function in a way that is so important for reducing certain autoimmune diseases. For example, multiple sclerosis is lesser in its incidence in sunlight-exposed individuals. And as well, it improves your immune function to resist infections. And because it modulates the immune system so that you're not going to have such severe issues with inflammation, it actually improves your metabolic health. It actually lowers your risk of hypertension and heart disease and heart attacks. How about that? look what sunlight can do for your immune function. Now, it also helps you to sleep better. Well, I mentioned that sunlight helps your brain through the serotonin neurons to make serotonin. Well, guess what? Serotonin is the precursor to melatonin. Now, melatonin is about sleep, but it's more than just about sleep. Getting back to immune function, melatonin also supports your immune health. Melatonin also supports glucose regulation, reducing your risk of developing diabetes, which of course is a major contributor to cardiovascular events. So there you have it. It's complex. It's a multitude of factors. Sunlight is like magic. Now, in addition to making melatonin from serotonin, sunlight interacts with the neurons that are part of the master clock called the suprachiasmatic nucleus that sits atop the optic nerve and has special receptors that connect to the eye that helps regulate the master clock, the circadian rhythm. We now know that the circadian rhythm is critical to, guess what? Cardiovascular health, immune health, mood. So there you have it. Through that mechanism as well, amazingly, sunlight can help with sleep and getting back to improved mood and immune function and metabolic health. Now, the next thing is bones. Well, this is more straightforward because through the antioxidants that sunlight helps you to create in your skin and through the production of that special type hormone / vitamin, vitamin D, you have improved bone health. Additionally, it turns out that sunlight helps with calcium metabolism and regulation, which of course is also key to having healthy bones. And guess what? Because it also regulates the immune system and lowers inflammation, well, inflammation is a key factor in the causation of osteoporosis. So, through all of these mechanisms, sunlight helps to improve bone health. Now, one last thing I want to share with you, and there's more, but these are the key ones that I think are the most important, is brain health. There's data that sunlight reduces the incidence of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. How fantastic is that? So, now what kind of sunlight should we get? What are we talking about? Well, we would love to see you get about 15 minutes of bright sunlight every morning and another 15 or so midday. Now, if it's not too bright, not too hot, you can extend it and you don't burn to 30 minutes first thing in the morning and midday. Now, we do want you to encourage some darkness at night, see the sunset, lower the lights so that you can reduce the cortisol and encourage the production of that melatonin that comes from that serotonin that you're making in large quantities from sunlight. So there you have it. Sunlight is making me happy. I'm enjoying my Cancun vacation / work lecture experience. Guess what? It's almost summer. Memorial Day is around the corner. Get out there. Enjoy the sun. Sun is happy, efficacious medicine. Just like everything in life. Don't overdo it. There is such thing as too much of even the best things in life. So enjoy, have fun, be healthy. See you soon. Bye from Cancun.